Y'all gotta ride with me for a minute, man. We finna talk some real stuff, man. Just hop on in, put your seatbelt on, and let's do it.
I'm the voice for the people and the light for the blind.
So as a kid, I remember being 6, 7 years old and seeing Donald Trump receiving an award with Muhammad Ali, Rosa Parks from the NAACP. Not only that, he engaged and interacted in our culture from the 80s throughout the 90s and even the 2000s, from rappers to Michael Jackson. So when we looked out into our culture, his face appeared many, many times. So for me to grow up now and then hear the media, because before the media started saying he was racist, I never heard a black leader say it. I never heard my grandmother say it. I never heard no one even mention anything bad about him other than rappers giving him praise in over 300 to 600 rap songs. So for the media to say, oh, he's racist, I knew they were playing con on us. And I can remember when America was great. I can remember when black children could play outside all day long and you didn't hear about kids being kidnapped. You didn't hear about drive-by shootings.
Yeah, you ain't really hear about none of that funny shit they got going on now, man. You know, kid played outside all day, eating blackberry and scum dimes and throwing football, running in and out the house, man. Like, come on, man. We ain't have to worry about no creepy vans and, man, motherfuckers see him, man, listen. Hey, man. Say, man, the good old days, man. Now they promote what type of president? Yeah, we talking about Kamala. You know, the one that like the pink meat. Bring Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B on the stage and Sexy Red. And, man, listen, them folk don't represent my culture, man. Yeah, at all. Man, stop lying to the people, man. Like, black men do not respect them type of women. Make America great again. You do not want them women around your daughter. Like, be for real, man. That is not cool. Stop lying to the people. That's not attractive. I wouldn't deal with that type of woman. Man, come on, man. Like, be for real. What type of message are you trying to send to the people? Yeah, hell wrong with you, man. What message do you have for young girls all across the country? Obviously nothing. When you got women that degrade themselves in such a way. I'm just saying, make it make sense, man. On the same stage as somebody running for the president, man. Y'all, man, hey, how do y'all not see what they doing? Promoting, you know what I'm saying? Women sleeping with this one and that one. And if you get knocked up, it don't matter. Just run to the abortion clinic or something. Like, that's crazy. Y'all don't see that game, man? I'm like, wait, hold on. Like, y'all can't be that. I was just saying, man, like, make it make sense, man.
I don't think we should have, it should be encouraged that there's a damn abortion clinic on every damn corner.
Hell no, shit.
I don't believe in that, because see what they do, the left, they sit up here and promote, hey, be as ratchet and as sexually loose and fluid as you want to be, and don't worry about it. There's an abortion clinic right on the corner, so don't worry about it. And when you get those abortions, hopefully some insurance will cover that, and, we'll make some money off that. And then we can get some of those stem cells up out that fetus that you got and do some experiments on that. So yeah, come on down. We need some experimental material over here. So they really promote that to the black community. Y'all better understand the big picture here. Yeah, of course they're going to promote that. There's a reason why they got, at the Kamala rallies, they got a bunch of twerking. Who they got? Meg Thee Stallion, Glorilla, Cardi B, all the wet AP rappers rapping about coochie ratchetness, sexing a bunch of dudes. Yeah. Look, be ratchet like them. Black women, this is who you should be. Be like them. And if you get knocked up, don't worry about it. We got a Planned Parenthood office right on the corner. Go ahead and get that baby scraped on up out of you, and we'll get that fetus and we'll do some research on it, just like we did with Henrietta Lacks. Yeah, you see? You see the game that they play with us? Yeah, they get access to our genetic material. Family, did y'all hear in Texas? I talked about this not long ago. They found out that there were a bunch of unclaimed bodies being donated to medical facilities out there in Texas. Y'all heard about that? and then you look at the list and most of the people are damn black. Y'all look that up. This was recently in Texas, and people were like, hey, what the hell? Where are these damn bodies coming from? There's a bunch of, just a whole plethora of unclaimed dead bodies that were being donated to medical facilities out there. And a lot of them were black. And people are like, hey, hold on, now where do you...
Yeah, I wonder if it had something to do with them hurricanes, the one we had in North Carolina, Florida, Louisiana. You know, there was a lot of people unaccounted for that they didn't want to help. Y'all check this out.
People, I mean, we're gonna feel it here as well. But you know what pisses me off the most is the fact that during all this, on the 4th, and I'm going to get into it, Tony Blinken announced, our government, Joe Biden, $157 million to Lebanon. This was on the 4th. Meanwhile, parents were tying their children to trees because the water was rushing down so much. The parents were getting drifted off, Pat, and dying, and they were trying to save their children. All that is happening, and she goes up there and says, we're going to give $750 to a family, as if that's going to do anything. So when we tell people that this administration, this government, doesn't care if you live or die, it's not just lip service, okay? And when we say America first, that's what America first has to be, okay? So far this year, Pat, and Rob, I sent you the graph. This is how much we don't have money to help Americans in North Carolina, in Florida, and all these places. So far this year, we've given $24.4 billion to Ukraine, $11.3 billion to Israel, $1.9 billion to Ethiopia, $1.6 billion to Jordan, $1.4 billion to Egypt, and it keeps going. And $9,000 per illegal immigrant that has entered the United States, okay? And we give them housing, we give them everything, and people that are dying and drowning in the United States, Tom, get $750, and then Alejandro
Not
Mayorkas
each, per household.
Alejandro Mayorkas, who I despise, earlier this year said, Pat, we're good. We're ready for hurricane season. Now he's saying we don't have the money. We don't have the money to help Americans. Now we're about to get hit again, and we are shit out of luck. I'm sorry for my language. And this is what bothers me, Pat. This is all of our tax money. All of our tax money, and then when we need it, where is it? So the analogy is this, Pat. You live in a house, you're putting your money in a piggy bank. You're filling it up for emergencies or whatever. You leave, Pat. Your parents are taking the money and giving it all to the neighbors. Neighbors. Then something, God forbid, happens to you, your car accident, you don't have insurance, and you're like, hey, mom and dad, I need the money. And they go, we don't have... We gave it to all the neighbors. That's exactly what the hell they're doing with our money. So again, and I hate to bring it back to the voting, if you vote for these people, this is what's going to happen. We should be America first, not every other country. And now we're seeing it firsthand, Tom. Disaster is hitting, and they don't have money to help us.
Boy, she had $1 billion rollout, though, man. I mean, all them people she had, all them podcasts she went on, man, I thought she was coming out with a mixtape. Know what was going on? Kamala, yeah, you know who we talking about. Yeah, spent all that money on Lizzo, Beyonce. Like we really care what they got to say, man. Cut it out. Kidding about. We already know they paid and bought,
like
man.
that. See, the Democratic corporate sector, they got their flunkies kind of trying to denigrate Trump, but that's not hitting how they wanted to hit. Because a lot of the black celebrity class and the entertainers and all of that, that's on the Hollywood take, that's clicked in with these left-leaning Hollywood agencies, the black masses don't really listen to them like that. That's the thing. The black masses ain't really listening to them like that. That's why all of these celebrities that they got from the DNC, they haven't helped Kamala out that much. Kamala Harris, her numbers have not risen at all. After Beyonce and all of these people, Kamala Harris's numbers are still in the same steady pace. It has not spiked at all. Yeah. Because a lot of people in black society, we're not really getting no advice from the entertainment class. Yeah. We're just not doing that. So it's an interesting dynamic, but the people listen to the grassroots because, see, the entertainer class, they only come around every 4 years trying to wag their finger. And they only do it because white mommy and white daddy told them. We know what it is. We're not dumb. You guys are not dumb. Y'all see what it is. You guys see the only reason some of these black entertainers who's clicked in with these big Hollywood agencies, the only reason they're speaking, period, is because the white people made them.
Unless they've been partying with the
They're
diddler.
white managers, the white production companies, they're white agents, they're white lawyers, all of the people who's clicked in with the DNC and Hollywood, which is left leaning. They're doing that because white mommy and white daddy is dangling that career in front of them. Hey, man, you want a budget for your next album now? We need you to go out here and stump a Kamala. Hey, you want a budget for your next tour? We need you to go out here and stump a Kamala. Hey, you're a black actor? Hey, man, there's a good role that we got. We might be able to get you a reading. We might be able to get you a sure spot in the film, but we need you to kind of toe the line for some of these policies that Kamala got out here. You know what I'm saying? So when these people come out telling people that they need to vote for Kamala and all of that, it's not coming from a genuine place. It's not coming from a real concern about what's going to happen to the community. It's about how they are going to get little benefits within the industry. And people see that for what it is. You guys see it for what it is. You know that they're basically going to get little kickbacks and set-asides within the industry. It's all about them. It's all about what they're going to get from the industry for towing the line for the Democrats. And the whole little Divine Nine, some of these sororities and fraternities. So they're trying to get clout.
Man, let me tell y'all something about these sororities you might probably didn't even know, especially AKA. I think Kamala was an AKA. For example, back in the day, allegedly they had something called the brown paper bag test, which means, a brown paper bag, they put it up to your arm. And if you weren't lighter than the bag, you couldn't get in. Not only that, most of the time, like, you do got to understand somebody probably in your family or you went to go get this job you worked so hard for all your life, and guess what, you was definitely qualified but you didn't get it. You know why? Because of a sorority such as an AKA, the person who was doing the hiring. For example, if somebody had AKA on their resume, and if the person doing the hiring or the owner of the business is an AKA, a part of that sorority, although you was overqualified and fit the job a lot better than them, they're almost guaranteed that they're gonna choose that AKA over you. And that's who y'all voting for, man. Like, come on now, make it make sense.
For their little organization. Us on the grassroots, we're thinking about the black masses because we're always out here in the forefront of what goes on with the black masses. We're concerned about policies that's going to affect black people all around the country. And we understand with these immigrants coming in, that's affecting the black masses negatively. When they're letting these non-citizens join the police force and they're trying to run this con game that there's a minority coalition, these folks get on the police force and they start thinking like white supremacists. We wake the community up to that.
Yeah, all skin folk ain't kinfolk, man. Just 'cause they got black skin don't mean they rock with you. Perfect example. Check this out.
Regardless, don't think like a little bitch. Act like a black African.
That's what you're doing, projecting. And I'm not going to act like a fleeing tether. That's what I'm not going to do. I'm a foundational black American. We built a culture on standing on business and not fleeing like a little old musty biatch, like you, sir. That's why you're so hostile towards us, because you're upset because you're around the non-fleeing class. And you know how bad of a look that is for you to be a little old skinny, big light bulb head fleer hopping on somebody's train, plane, inner tube, or boat to get the hell away from your homeland.
Bro, I'm not. I don't have issues like you. I love my African Americans. I love the people that was here.
Because if it weren't for us, you'd be somewhere baked. What would you do? Well, what would you do with your little rib cage showing? What would you do? to anybody. Just forget about me. What would you do to anybody with your little old fleeing ass? You can even stand up to your homeland. You can't stand up to nothing. Don't act
You
tough on.
you 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 you're too soft, man. I'll eat you.
Don't
Like you're
don't
gonna be like my meal.
dude. Y'all niggas are not the face of toughness. There's no such thing.
So, bro, listen.
Dude, even y'all gangsters are hungry. Even on the in the in the Captain Phillips movie, the pirates, they were the gangsters and they were hungry and frail. We know that these guys in the Hollywood system are just not being honest with their support. They running out here, y'all got to support Kamala. That's our sister girl. Y'all support the black woman. Well, yeah, come on now. Don't talk to us like we're dumb. Yeah, when they start with that black woman stuff, now you talking at us like we're dumbasses. And the FBI family, you guys have every right to be offended, and you have every right to call that out. Don't come around here talking to folks like they're dumb. You know that's not no sister. She ain't no FBA. So don't try to make it seem like we're obligated to support her out of some kind of black camaraderie. And them doing some Black Men Summit, which was shameful. They were up here talking about the black woman. We got the black man, what a real man does. And when you hear that, what a real man does, there's always going to be some bullshit behind it. What a real black man, they protects the black woman. That's what a real black man do.
And y'all don't get y'all lame ass on, man. That ain't gonna make somebody be like, you know what, y'all right. You make a lot of man. Hey man, say man.
And they're talking about a Hindu Bedouin who's laying up with a white man, talking about what the black man is obligated to do. If y'all don't go all the way to hell and don't pass go, you black men, me as a black man, and no black man is obligated to do a damn thing for no Kamala Debbie Harris, who's not a foundational black American, and she's laying up with a white zaddy. Let white zaddy do whatever he needs to do for her. We're not obligated. You don't owe her a damn thing. And you're not going to shame us into supporting her. Y'all Negroes look stupid as hell up there on BET. A room full of bald and paid for Negroes stumping for a damn Hindu bedwench. Y'all look stupid.
Yeah, ain't nobody taking y'all serious, man. Who y'all supposed to be?
Especially the dude with the big ass afro. That dude, that state rep, whatever his name is. Y'all look stupid as hell sitting on there talking about why black men need to support a Hindu bedwench. East Indian men ain't that dumb. They call her ass out, the men from her community. They're like, oh no, we don't fuck with her. We don't mess with her. We don't deal with her. No. Kamala is bad news. We don't vote for her. You know, they know what it is. Y'all not gonna shame us. They had this Black Men Summit on BET, which was basically a DNC rally disguised as serious political discourse with black men. This was not no serious political discourse whatsoever. This was a campaign ad for Kamala Harris. And we see through it. That's the thing. We see through it. You're not fooling nobody. This is not no Black Men Summit. You're not there to discuss black men issues. It was somebody who got up there talking about, and they were talking the same talking points as Michelle Obama. You know, black men, it's our responsibility to protect black women, and the women got to be protected, and their reproductive rights got to be protected. So it's our duty to protect them. Let me tell you something. Black men don't sit around talking like that. All right? Those are talking points from the damn DNC. That was a farce. It was a damn joke. It was some manufactured nothing burgers. Black men don't be sitting around, hey, brother, hey, man, before I get my hair cut, I just want to remind people, the black woman's reproductive rights is very important. We shows got to protect it. Nobody talks like that. Nobody has those discussions. You understand? Those are not genuine discussions. You know, they're trying to manufacture these contrived conversations that are leaning towards a political party. And we're not falling for it. I'm glad we are becoming at least somewhat more politically sophisticated. Listen, family. These white Democrats, they're used to talking to dumb Negroes. They're used to talking to Negroes who listen to Sexy Red. You understand what I'm saying? Those are the black people they interact with. That's the extent of blackness with them. The Sexy Red crowd and the church crowd. They think we're all dumb like that. And I'm not saying all the church crowd is dumb, but there's a lot of dumb church Negroes. Let's be real. The old dumb plantation crowd.
Yeah, and then it crazy how church people they try to look down on you because you know you don't believe in what they believe in. Hey, I'm sorry, big dog. I'm just wanting to ask questions. I tell y'all what though, y'all better leave me alone. Yeah, have y'all end up getting booed anyway doing the butt. The hell going on? Yeah, and why the door closed? The hell that smell is? Yeah, it's a pastor right now somewhere preaching with no drawers on. Oh, purr. Yeah, 80% of y'all listening to this right now know a story of a preacher got caught messing with somebody in the church. Man, cut it out.
So that's what they think of black society. Us, on the other hand, again, when we don't have the plantation mindset, that throws them off. They're used to black folks with the plantation mindset. So what they're used to is getting around black people, whatever they say, plantation mindset Negroes usually go along with it. He white, so he must be saying something true. So, okay. Kamala Harris, she must not have locked up a whole bunch of people. White man says she didn't, so it must be true. So they're used to the white Democrat operatives coming around saying anything and Negroes just believing them, the Sexy Red crowd and the church crowd. But yeah, that whole thing where they try to gaslight folks about Kamala Harris and her lineage. So like, what her race matter? What her lineage matter? Well, the Democrats, you guys are the ones running around pushing the whole she's black narrative. That's coming from the damn DNC. See, they do this little gaslighting move where they run out here and, hey, folks, y'all need to vote for Kamala because if you don't like black women. Like, what? She ain't black? Oh, why y'all tripping on her? What you mean she ain't black? Her dad is Jamaican. But yeah, her dad, he ain't never really identified as black. Oh, why y'all tripping on that? Why y'all worried about that? You the one came to us. That's classic gaslighting. They are the ones pushing that. Let's be clear. It is the DNC. They are the ones who keep pushing this thing about Kamala being black and her lineage, and they have us talking in circles about that. And that is deliberate. That came from a think tank, and they said, hey, go out there and gaslight black society about her lineage so people can talk in circles around that so that it will deflect from the fact that her policies are trash. That's very deliberate. That's a very deliberate troll strategy because when people are talking in circles about her lineage, which is what they orchestrate, you ain't talking about how garbage her policies are. Because notice, anytime you start talking about her policies, it always go into deflection. When you say, hey, wait a minute, forget about that whole race thing. I'm from California. I'm looking at her track record. I'm looking at some of the janky stuff she's done, and her record don't look that good. But Trump it's Trump's fault. What about Trump, though? You think Trump gonna get y'all some reparations? It always turns into some damn deflection. Always. Everything is all about smoke screens with Kamala Harris. And then they turn around and gaslight us like we're bringing up her racial background. No, you're trying to shame us into supporting her and acting like we got some kind of racial camaraderie with her. So they're trying to shame us. Remember, it's Barack and those guys coming out, Stacey Abrams, all of them wagging their finger to us. Well, let me talk to the brothers. I'm disappointed in the brothers. Y'all not supporting Kamala like you're supposed to be supporting. And that's like, that's a black woman. Y'all not supporting Kamala like you're supposed to be supporting. And that's like, that's a black woman. Black woman raised you, taught you how to read. I'm like, what?
This shit crazy.
Hey, what are you talking about? Man, if y'all don't get the hell out of here, we're like, go somewhere with that nonsense. We're telling y'all to get the hell out of our faces with that. We're not rocking with her like that. That's why her numbers are janky. Her numbers are still down, by the way. For real, her numbers are down. They're supposed to be in a dead heat. Trump has a slight lead. And if he has a slight lead, that means that electoral college is going to kick her in the ass. In order for them to get that electoral college, she needs to be way ahead. She needs to be way up. She ain't way up. And also a significant number of black voters are going after Trump, voting for Trump. A very significant amount, way higher than it was in 2020.
Yeah, you're going to call her Kamala? You're out of touch with your fucking community. Like, no question.
Not black, though.
Hands
She's not
down,
black.
one.
She even said it.
Like, show
Her
a
dad
Jordan
says it. What are you talking about? Her dad says
right
it.
now.
Wait,
Because
so
you
you know more
don't
than
know
her
what
dad?
the fuck you're talking about.
You know more than her dad?
Do you know her dad?
He says he's not black. He says he's Irish Hindu.
All right, that's wonderful. Do you know her?
Her mom says she's Indian.
How
What are you
does she
talking about?
identify? I don't give a fuck about her father
Oh, so
and
now
how
it's
he
that
identifies.
transracial
I
nonsense.
care about how she
I
identifies.
don't believe in that. Does he?
Are you
That's
going to tell me I
verifiable.
can't identify as an Irish American?
Listen,
I'm not going to tell you how you
young
should
fella, calm
identify.
down, calm down.
Are you going to lecture Kamala Harris
Brian,
and how she
deep
should
breaths.
identify?
Deep breaths,
Are
Brian.
you
It's almost
so
over. It's almost over.
sexist and racist that you're going to tell Kamala Harris,
You
the
calling
black
her
woman,
black?
how she should identify?
Hold on, wait. Because Kamala Harris is
It's not Kamala. I'm sorry, my brother. It's Kamala.
No. As a foundational black American, we emphasize.
Okay, that doesn't mean anything. Because
No. We put the emphasis on different vowels, sir. So culturally, it's Kamala with foundational black Americans. And she
no, sir, she is her own woman and she gets to define her name. Not
No. Different accents from different cultures. In East India, they'll probably pronounce it Kamala. Over here with foundational black Americans, we just say Kamala. In Atlanta, there's a street called Ponce de Leon. But in Atlanta, they say Ponce de Leon. And that's just what it is, sir. Now,
and you know what? We live in New Orleans, America, not Nouvelle Orleans.
right. And some people from different cultures, they'll pronounce it differently. But we, as foundational black Americans, we come from a different culture than Kamala Harris. So we put the emphasis on the different syllables in the name. And she's not of our culture, sir. Are you trying to say that she's...
I'm sorry. She gets to say what her fucking name is.
No, but she's not in our culture, sir. She's not a part of our culture. You don't get to claim our culture.
Tariq! Do I get to call you Tariq because I want to? No.
People call me Tariq, Tyreek. In the South, they say Tariq, they say Tyree. Different parts of the country, people pronounce my name different.
Sir, you get to define your name.
Sir, because I understand the culture and the nuances of different accents. So it's not...
I understand the nuances of code switching, but my point is...
Oh, no. But yeah, if somebody tries to co-opt our culture and tries to pretend to be of our lineage, well, we can pronounce her name any damn way we please, sir. You dig? Since she wants to co-opt our culture any way she pleases and talk about making greens in a weird way that we don't do, well, we can say her name in any weird way we feel like, sir. That's how that works. You understand?
Actually, you're ignorant and you're wrong.
No, sir.
She gets to define her name. You get to define your name. I get to define my name.
Doesn't get to define our culture, and she's not a part of our culture. She's not a part of our lineage, sir. She's not a foundational black American woman. She's not of our culture. So we don't owe her any type of cultural camaraderie. You see how that works? Come on, Brian. We don't owe her cultural camaraderie. She's not of our culture. She's an.
I absolutely agree. No Black American owes her anything. Period. Full stop. No Black American owes her anything in terms of cultural camaraderie. But if she tells you her fucking name is pronounced a fucking way, you fucking pronounce her name her fucking way.
No, whatever my accent is, I have a foundational Black American tongue. I'm not East Indian, so it's not going to come out Kamala all the time, and that's just what it is. I'm from a different culture, sir, so that's how it's.
You don't owe her your vote. You don't owe her your support. But if she says my fucking name is this, you fucking call her that. The same way a trans kid that wants to be said as he, what do you lose calling?
What's a trans kid, Brian? What's a trans kid? And Brian, watch your language, because we do have young people here, Brian. We do have young people here. This is not a meth lab. We do have a lot of teens here. So can you watch your language? Now, what's a trans kid, Brian? What the hell is a trans kid? Talk to me, Brian. You said if a trans kid, what the hell is a trans kid? Come on.
Maybe stop muting whoever's muting me. Stop muting me, and then I can respond. Don't be like respond and then I'm muted. That's bullshit. But number one, number two, there are no teenagers.
Brian, like I said, we have teens in here. We have young people in here. We have high school students. So I'm saying, watch your language. I know a lot of you.
Fine. I'll watch my language. Stop muting me.
Right.
Number one. Number two.
Because
fine.
I'm around us slumming. So let's watch your language. Now, what's a trans kid? So let's explain that. Go ahead.
A trans kid is any kid that thinks he's trans or she's trans. And here's the thing. My point to you is, okay, I'm not.
So that's not an answer, sir. That's not a definition. What's a trans kid? What's a trans kid?
I know you don't like the cursing, but you keep fucking muting me, so stop it.
And you can't curse and then say stuff and then run and change the subject, sir. You cannot.
I'm not changing the subject. I'm trying to answer you, and you mute me when I'm trying to answer you, and that's not cool.
But you're going to have to answer the question, sir. Go ahead.
I'll answer your damn question. I will answer your damn question.
By the way, you see how these Democrats get? You see how they act when we don't go along with their program, ladies and gentlemen?
I'm trying to engage with you, and
it's the when they can't deceive you, it gets violent, man.
Listen, man, I can't even make this up. I literally had to put one of my sisters out, man, because I ain't know what they were talking about regarding these politics. And if you look where we at right now, I was right the whole time. I bet my cousin was like, you can ask my cousin, man, I can't make this up, man. I bet she was looking at this shit like, I'm sure she couldn't believe it. And the crazy thing about it, I was calling through the whole situation. This lady literally said, see, that's the type of shit I can't stand. You can't stand it, I'm calm? You want me riled up? That don't even make sense. And then at the end, when I had to kick out, you know, this motherfucker walked up to me like she was gonna hit me, like really hit me, because I don't agree with the shit that you been programmed about. What you been programmed with, man, listen, man. Hey, man, say, man. So, shit, they do get violent, I'll tell you that. But ain't nobody going for that shit, man.
When they can't deceive us, when we ain't going for the okie doke.
Brother Tariq, listen, I'm not trying to be violent, but you keep interrupting.
When we don't go for the okie doke, they go right into slave master mode. It's say her name. It's Toby. Listen to this man. Say her name right. It's Toby. Sound like he has a whip in his hand.
Say
an episode of Roots. You better pronounce the name right. You better do it's. We're plantation property to these people. We are plantation property to these people, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we're saying about these damn white Democrats. They look at us as property, and when we don't go along with the program, they get verbally violent and then physically violent. Go ahead, Brian.
So that, all right, all of that is...
Go ahead, Brian. Tell me about the trans children. What the hell is a trans child? What makes a child a trans? Go ahead, Brian. This is why Kamala Harris's numbers are funky right now. She has every A-list celebrity endorsing her, and she's still basically tying with Trump.
Hey, look, and make it make sense, man. If y'all voted for the Democrat, check this out. What would granddaddy them say, man? Let's just say you got a daughter. You got one daughter, right? You got a beautiful daughter. And on top of that, I'm going to show you how y'all don't even think about the future. Do you know the Democrats are cool with young men that feel like they're a woman participating in women's sports? Do you know how many scholarships is going to be taken from girls because of young boys that feel like they're a woman? That's what y'all going for, man. Do you know the type of stuff that they teaching in the schools? I tell you what, don't even worry about it. I'm gonna do a part two. I'm gonna do a part two. Cause y'all crazy as hell, man. You gotta be.